Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel on my special mid-season recap of Batwoman. So we find ourselves with a little bit of a break from the show. I'm not sure if it's the Thanksgiving weekend or the fact that the show is, I don't know, horrible. The ratings are down, the reviews are bad, so it's not looking good for Batwoman. Will the show get reviewed for a second season? Well, I'm not so sure about that, but I am curious to see what her role is going to be in the Crisis on Infinite Earths event. And I thought a great way to celebrate this hiatus was to sit down with you and watch the promo for episode 8. But before we get to that, I have cut together all the episode reviews so we can take a look back at some of my pain and struggling to comprehend what the hell's going on. So sit back, relax, enjoy the recap, and I'll see you at the end of the video for that episode 8 preview. I can't believe I have a Batwoman background. Handcuffs on her ankles, she has to find a key at the bottom of the ocean. But the worst scene by far is the fight between Alice and Batwoman. It looks like she's beating up a trick-or-treater that came to her house and tried to steal candy. And in the middle of the Batcave, there's like this LED chandelier from IKEA. It just doesn't make any sense. Why would he throw a couple grappling hooks on the car and say, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Alice is, you guessed it, Kate's sister. Now, will the series be any good? That remains to be seen. Fox, why did you watch this? Kate thinks that Alice is her sister, based on a dagger she found in the last episode. That's it. Well, I was wrong. It turns out she is her sister. Her twin sister? She references the knife that she has. Well, no one bats an eye. Well, how'd you get the knife? So, I mean, is it just assumed that they all think that she's Batwoman now? But she does get shot like 4 times, point blank range, and it doesn't, affect her at all. Maybe I've seen that bike before. I've seen that 14-year-old girl riding the motorcycle before. Waffles. And we find out that Alice's secret plan all along was to kill Kate's stepsister because she doesn't like competition. The cops just start firing into the water. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't like the fact that Luke has no idea how anything works. So he pushes the defibrillator batsuit button that wakes her up. Doesn't, okay. It's really just quickly falling into mediocrity. It's really bad writing. Do you want me to continue to review these episodes? I'm not going to say it's no problem. It's going to be a problem. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel and my review of Batwoman. A human face floats to the top? This was a dream. I just don't understand what she thought her 10-year-old twin sister was supposed to do to help out the cops find her when she thought she was dead. I mean, this is episode 3. Come on. You think that no one's watched all your episodes? And he shoots the batsuit and puts a hole through it. Why the hell did you do that? Once again, this is Luke, the guy that doesn't know anything else works. The guy that has the gun that just put a hole in the batsuit is the same guy that Luke wants her to put the batsuit on and go fight. Why would you do it that way? And then Luke says, yeah, but you've got the suit that the railgun just put a hole in. That's a bad plan. Tommy's a bad guy. By hitting a button, it busts the cables, plummets 37 floors. So Kate rushes down to the ground floor. I'm assuming she took the stairs. Kate looks at the EMTs and she says, help him. What do you think they're there for? So not only does Luke take the time to fix the suit, then Kate comes in after the fact and does a paint job on it. What? Huh? There's people about to die. There's people that are waiting. They're literally hanging in the balance. What are you doing? And the cops have Tommy, evil billionaire, in cuffs, and he's saying, I would have gotten away with it too if it wouldn't have been for you red wig kids. This girl's about to blow every penny you get. And this episode's villain is Magpie. That's right. Magpie. That houses the ring she's trying to steal. She just opens it. She just lifts a lid. And then she throws these bird-shaped bombs. I'm not kidding you. But for me, the camera just got a little too close and lingered a little too long. I don't see how she has any legal right to anything. I forgot he was here. Oh yeah, we need to get him to a hospital. Thanks for getting on board, Kate. What is wrong with this girl? But this time Batwoman is there and she uses a batarang to cut the rope that Magpie was using to repel. I don't know why I'm doing this. And he's trying to tell her how to do it in technique, and she says, I'm not kidding. Stop bat-splaining. I told you the woke was back. I told you it was back. But here's where it really gets stupid. He says that the explosive ink is used in 3D printers. Have you ever seen a 3D printer? And I gotta say, everybody else in the show dresses like an adult, but for some reason, she dresses like a 14-year-old boy. I mean, she just needs the skateboard to complete the look. And she got that information from the guy at the post office because she posed for a selfie with this guy. How do you know that? Or why would you assume that? He didn't invent kinetic energy. What does that have to do with anything? What does kinetic energy have to do with thermodynamics? What happens next is the goofiest crap I've ever seen. It looks like she's just dancing and she's got her cape and she's trying to block the explosion. And adding to the stupidity of the scene, everyone else is already out of the building because of the fire alarm. So there's really no threat to anybody. It's really you. You've been Batwoman a week buying real estate. Why? What are you going to do with it? You have no idea what you're doing. How do you legally have access to any of Bruce Wayne's money? This feels like episode 50. Good start, I know. Where Luke is informing Kate about the skin bandit who likes to take skin from the booty, even though we just saw it being taken from the thigh. The Bunny Rabbit gang is there with machine guns, just ready for someone to show up. Boy, I sure hope that doesn't come back to haunt her in this episode. There's only one problem with that, Kate. You're in the freaking Batcave. Are we going to try a little bit here? So they decide to go take a drive. What? What could possibly go wrong? And Dad's like, no, I don't want another standoff like we had at the park. But that was your team. So Sophie gets a trace on Kate's phone, and then just the two of them take off. And it's in this scene that Stepmom confesses to faking the death of Beth. That's how you know he's serious. That's how we know Ruby is serious, because the eyebrows furrow. You know, it's like, I look like Spock. Check her DNA and let science tell us the truth. Good. Science in this show. It's about time. No, he's got to be a weird, mad scientist cutting faces off of random people. I don't know. Where did the face come from? And when you know it, the same henchmen that were left unconscious and not tied up for the cops are now back to have a shootout with fully automatic weapons. Way to go, Batwoman. And as their burning bodies lay on the asphalt, Sophie says, keep your asses on the ground. Well, they're on fire. But what does Beth do? Nothing. And Alice says, I was waiting for you to feel me. What? And you're pissed because she didn't sense you? And then we have a three-way Mexican standoff, and they basically just say, okay, see you later. All right, kids, buckle up for the most elaborate electrocution scene ever. So, of course, this moron can't make it over the top. The electrified water hits the fence, and he dies. And, of course, Kate never misses an opportunity to make her dad feel horrible about not looking for Beth, even though he looked for Beth. What does that mean? Is this like the Wizard of Oz? If you click your heels 3 times, you go home? And not only did they not call the crows, but they shot the Batwoman signal in the air. Why? Batwoman hasn't done anything. So far, Batwoman has done nothing but help capture Magpie. You remember Magpie? I mean, last episode she was on a field trip with Alice. But the crows show up to the warehouse before Batwoman does, so, I mean, what purpose does she serve? She's getting upstaged in her own show to gain access to the MacGuffin room. And in the MacGuffin room, we find the MacGuffin gun. This gun can penetrate the Batsuit. Wait, did we just do this? I don't know whether to be excited or disgusted. Now, this is a full-size truck with an off-road bumper hauling ass. Hits her and throws her little body all the way across the warehouse. But luckily, it's just this thing. It's like, the Batsuit, it's like they gotta have a new Batsuit gimmick every week. He says not once did he ever execute a rich white guy. Okay. Luckily, the 50-foot high-speed recoil doesn't kill him, thank God. And during another radio voiceover, Rachel Maddow tells us that she plays Batwoman Bingo. Beth has become Alice because they quit looking for her. And it has nothing to do with the murdering psychopath that held her captive for all those years. No motivations given whatsoever why he does this. He's just evil white guy. He just picks her up and throws her around like a rag doll. And it's at this point that Batwoman uses her superhero ability to ask Luke what to do. And we see Mouse and Alice hugging it out, and they still have the MacGuffin gun. This is going to be a lesbian soap opera. Get used to it. Batwoman and Sophie have a quick dialogue where she's like, I know you're Batwoman, and she's like, no, I'm not, and blah, blah, blah. On the hood of the car. He could use a slingshot to kill the guy. Sniper. So, a very pointless scene. You know, her dad was Alfred, so it's all good. Every time we get a little bit of story, we flash back to that same scene, and they're just going to change the rules for you. You're in the wrong. Well, no, that's why the rules were there. He just cared about me enough to tell me the truth. Kind of something that maybe Kate should have done. And demands that Kate leave because, homophobia. So there's your one love triangle thing, but so now it's like a love square? Nobody's this stupid. So it's at this point in the series, in episode 7, we have 7 people. We now have more people that know Kate is Batwoman that don't know that Kate's Batwoman. What are you doing? And have a personal private moment with somebody? What are you doing? Kate, what are you doing there? Shadow shooter guy, whatever, salad shooter. But generated enough force to push her through a brick wall and throw her 4 stories out. But it didn't put, it doesn't, who cares? My bones are all broken. The helmet on her head looks like an orange on a toothpick. What? And she reveals that, she actually has the little shiny pointy shard, I don't know, the Kyber crystal, I don't know, through a brick wall. None of this makes any sense. What's the difference? Gotham Pride Real Estate. They hang a big rainbow flag on the window. We're gonna revitalize the neighborhood and we're gonna bring affordable housing back. No, she's doing this so she can open a gay bar. And if I have my sanity, I will see you next time. All right, y'all. Without further ado, let's take a look at this episode 8 promo.
Wake up, father dear.
Tell me where Dad is.
Or what?
I failed you.
Thank you
Dad's captured, huh?
for making me who I am today.
He's looking serious.
For 11 years,
11 years. I thought it was 15.
I dreamt of revenge.
Ruby Rose is gritting some teeth. That's how you know she's serious. Yeah, it doesn't really show too much. I think we knew that the dad was captured, or we knew something was up with Dad because the end of episode 7 was revealed that that Mouse was actually impersonating Dad. They still didn't tell us how long he was impersonating Dad, but anyway, so I think this is, it is what it is. I think it's going to be on par with everything else we've seen. At least it appears to be a little more action in this episode, so hopefully they'll ramp that up. Anyway, once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this and every other episode that I've reviewed. And thank you for pushing those views over 1,000. It really helps my small channel grow. And trust me when I say I appreciate it. So that's going to do it for me. And thanks for hanging out for the Batwoman mid-season recap. Everybody have a blessed day. And I will see y'all next time.